Yeah, so welcome back. I'm gonna say this is part two. We just want to wrap up this part, but yeah, we were talking about the culture shock of our professional debut in Canada. How we fell to the bottom of our professional journey and had to rise again. So, Lori, before we went off, you were talking about this person who helped you to get back on your feet. Tell us about that.
So, and again, COVID had really just messed up everything. Right?
Reiterate that part.
No, I have to. Like, it's that is what, when he said not down to the bottom, that is really what did it for me, right? I can't really say that.
But you know something, Lori? Not to cut you. You see, when I just got into teaching, it was COVID year. I just get in.
Oh gosh.
And the people them drop me like a breadfruit.
Oh, no.
I never even get to start.
Oh gosh.
But I never get to start. Just got in and I was doing some supply teaching. COVID dropped me like a breadfruit.
Oh gosh.
So I had to go. I was not working for all of that 1 year of COVID. Initially.
Yeah.
Go on, so the guy.
So he was just a really awesome guy, and I'm so grateful. I'm grateful to him, all the people he introduced me to. And then that got me on my journey to RBC, and I was in a professional position, right? Because I'd gotten into their policies and procedure department, and I was able to use that. And then a friend of mine who is a lawyer here, said to me, hey, she works at a law firm, and she was like, because the one thing about RBC was that we never had the time, right? It was hectic.
Fast paced.
Yes.
That's a term they love to use.
And it really was, right?
It was. I was doing just security, and it was like,
I mean, I love the people.
I love that too.
But I never have no time to study, but it's tired. Like every day, I'm tired. Good man. Yeah. So a friend of mine came to me and was like, because I have to qualify by 2025 or else I'm have to do the whole thing over again.
Oh, gee.
Right? Yeah. So, friend
2024, my friend.
Yes, we are in 2024. So a friend came to me and was like, stop wasting time. I just told me I was a job at her law firm. And said, I think you should try for it, right? And whenever I tell her, I'm going to go apply, right?
Yes.
And I applied and, gelled well with the people. And so I got that job. I moved on in September of last year. So I'm now at a law firm. I'm doing training work in human rights, employment, but from like the sort of the workplace investigations kind of thing. Doing training on it. And then I'm also working on my exams and all whatnot. But Corinne, can I tell you, something licked me when you think about culture shock. And it might sound silly, but I'll tell you one of the things that struck me. You know how in Jamaica you have an interview, you get your hair done, you get your nails done, you go on. So you can
Lori,
look
you
good
just
for the interview.
Lori, you just stress me out now, Lori. I'm glad you bring up that point then, Lori. No. Because you know how we dress and we know good.
I tell you, first of all, the prices. To find somebody to do your hair properly.
My ear never get did for the first year. My ear never get did.
And it's so expensive. You know how in Jamaica everybody can do hair. So everybody up on the corner. And say can get a good hairstyle.
We have a good up here just
no, you do, right?
Salon, and we get nails done every week, every other week, or whatever.
Listen, you can't afford them things up here them same way. Listen.
And when we dress up and go to the interview, and when one dress up, the people in my interview, we come in in tights and the sweater, and them look at you weird, like,
I never had
dress up and go.
I was on video, so maybe that didn't make any difference at that time.
I dress up and go to the interview. Everybody is sit down in there. Them are nice, clean,
clothes. But they're a lot more casual.
But the people who are interviewing you, they're not dressed up. And then I look at you like them ask me, when I go for the interview for teaching, them ask me if I'm a principal. And I say, no, because that's how we dress up. Because we dress up at Jamaica.
Yeah,
because I'm nice because suit and
man.
Yeah, but you have to wear tights on them, something and dress down. You probably not wear tights.
No, not tights, but yeah.
You can wear your jeans and you can wear your little t-shirt. Them don't care.
But that was a bit of a shock to me.
Yeah,
right?
it is.
No, yeah, even in the bank. And I mean, you see people, they're wearing shorts. And I mean, shorts with tights.
School! Before we carry the boys and go to school, Lori, that was a major culture shock for me, professionally. I went to the boys' school to take them to school, and it was September, so they're just coming back from summer, and it's to them, September, still summer, and they come in. Everybody, the teachers shorts. The principal in our shorts. You see me?
Yeah, it's I will
Oh,
say
it's a major culture shock, but
It
it's
is.
what they do, and it's
It
fine.
is. And I think too, what's interesting is because somebody said it to me this way, because of how long winter is,
8
as
months.
soon as there is some heat, whenever there is some heat, everybody take advantage, right?
I'm telling
So
you,
then-
even right now,
Yeah,
the
man.
men come in and so sometimes I see some man teacher in high school. They wonder who they be now. They have some little shorts and some little shirts. They don't care. They just don't want to wear no
It's
clothes
different.
in the summer.
Yeah,
I know.
it just
I can't
different.
do it though.
No,
Okay. We
yeah,
still
no.
dress up for our
Yeah, no.
We still dress up, and then some people like it. Some people think I'm like a show off, but I'm not a show off. It's
No.
what I know. It's who I am.
I mean, at a law firm now, so it leans more towards dressing,
Yeah.
right? But yeah, no, when I was at the bank and we started, because after alcohol, we started going back in after COVID, they kind of knock off the major, after the main.
Lord, yeah.
So started going in like 2 days a week and whatnot, and it was business casual, and just the wide variety of definitions. I feel like I always kind of ended up more on
But the dress
formal side of it, the business side of
Yeah.
it, but no, it was fine.
They say in Canada, well, I won't say that because I don't want to create my enemies, but yeah, we'll leave it at that. But Lori, before we go, I want you to talk to the viewers, and like give them an idea of what they think they need to do before they come in and get this major shock. Because they're still going to get the shock,
They will.
but what can they do to kind of cushion this kind of shock? What do you think?
The first thing I would say is, prayer. Only for prayer.
Only for prayer for those of us who
For those
pray.
of us, yes, who pray.
Yeah, but me, if you don't pray, you have to go pray.
Yeah, because on that point, Corinne, trust me, that first year when I came, and listen, I mean, again, remember saying,
You
I'm
have
not
a
chick nor
ball?
child.
You have a ball?
No, that may I tell you.
I love balling.
Me never have no chick nor child.
And
I
that time I
got
said,
those
God,
bills,
Jesus have mercy. You
and
could just
I
left me
was
so.
Yeah, exactly. And there were days when me tired of the sending out the resume and not hear nothing. You have a decent resume and you're just like, Lord, me don't know what to do, and you're ball, right? So
what would you say to them?
I would say to you, research. First of all, that be very, very, at least as much as you can, whatever your profession might be, whatever your area might be. But
Yeah.
before you even reach, start doing that work, right? To look into what it is you're going to need to do. If you're transferring, let's say, even if it's law, right? You might decide to do your exams before you come.
Yeah.
There, because you can do them and qualify.
Yeah.
So think about that.
Teaching too.
Yeah.
I didn't know. So I'm telling you, if you're a teacher, you plan to come to Canada, you can get a license from Jamaica before you come here. So that would be good for you if you can get a license, or at least get the information as to what you need to do to get qualified.
I would say as best as you can, trust me, hold on while you have a good job, while you have a job you're working at, try and qualify, try and do those exams and whatnot.
Yeah, and not like me, because I did say I study nothing more. I said I done with the studying, I study nothing more when I come here. But no, every year me have to do something because I better do it or I get left behind.
But that's a good point to note, right? Don't think that you finish with studying.
No.
You might not go back to school and that's fine, but that is one thing I think
If you want online course,
yeah,
or
Canadians
something.
love certifications.
Yes,
right?
and they want to see
And
recent.
they like to see,
Or them take the little people that will come out of high school and leave you because you get your papers from 1940. Them don't want it.
They like to see that your knowledge is correct, right?
Yeah.
And they
like to see their qualifications. They like
That's
to
true.
see a Canadian school on your paperwork.
Yeah.
You're good to go.
That's true.
So we're learning that.
Learn that. What else?
When you come, don't be afraid to look for a job in anything.
Yeah.
Just do something to keep the money coming in before you fall on your face. Just do something while you're looking for what you really want to do or while you're qualifying. Don't skin up your nose. No job is out of your category. Just do something until you can figure out what you really want to do. And don't be afraid to change careers. When you land here, if it's not working, go for something else.
I will say, because that's a positive. One thing I will say about Canada is because it's bigger, right? There are, I think, careers that I didn't even know were open to me.
You understand?
Jamaica, right?
Yeah.
And just even offshoots of my own career, even law itself, there's just because of the larger population and the I guess the bigger professional areas
Yeah.
and so on. There's just there are more avenues. There's more available because I used to say I wasn't gonna go back to law. To be very honest, I'll confess. Right, at one point I was seriously thinking of leaving law behind, and that same friend kept saying to me, "No, you keep thinking about it just in like that same old Jamaica way. These are the fields that they have in Jamaica. This is what. No, there's so much more that is available that you can do as an attorney here, and it." You never go wrong with
And
that
listen to
like
people.
that.
Listen to people. I mean,
Meet new people.
Meet new people.
New people.
And
don't just sit down in that one Jamaican
smile.
circle.
And stop going like a you run thing. You know what happened? When I was working at a place and like they just couldn't. They just didn't understand me as a culture and them as a culture. We clashed because I would do things one way and they would want it done another way. Do it their way. Do it, learn, and follow rules. Do it their way.
Yeah, I mean, I guess for me, I never had that so much because, one thing that was good was supposed to mean I was coming into it because when I went to the bank, I'd never worked at a bank. I hadn't done. I thought I'd been in financial.
Me never.
But yeah, so I was learning all of that. So whenever did I really have no way for myself.
You learn a lot when you go in anything because even when I went into security, I learned a lot about how to work in a fast-paced environment. I learned how to work with people. I learned how Canadians operate. I learned how to change up my stuff, right? And when I worked, and I was able to transfer these little skills into other areas and learn to work with different cultures. And you learn a lot. So I would say if you come here and you can get a job at Walmart, you can get a job at Canadian Tire, it doesn't matter. Take the job, learn new ways of dealing, of working in Canada, because even if I were to get a job as a teacher or librarian when I came here, I would have to relearn their way because it's so different, right? Yeah, but
don't be intimidated though. All of that to say, don't be intimidated, right?
You just have to be strong.
Be strong, yeah, right.
And don't give up.
Yeah.
Don't give up. I have a friend right now who is, trying to get her foot in the door and a job, and I'm like, don't give up. Keep push out all these resumes. Just sometimes they call it on the line when you least remember about it, then that's when they call it because they don't necessarily all look at them at the same time. And sometimes it's way down the line. They call it. Yeah.
And just there's so much.
There's so much, but you know what? We had our shock. We had our time. Our head was down for a little bit. I was down for a long time. COVID come, make it more complex. But I'm not afraid to work. We just do what we need to do. And I was like, well, now, I don't know about Lori, but now I'm in my profession. I'm back into teaching, which is what I would have been doing in Jamaica, except I was at the university. But now I'm back into teaching. My career is coming back up, and who knows where it's going to go from there, because now I understand. It only took me 10 years. It only took me 10 years, but you might do it faster. And with this information, you can use that to your advantage.
Just be open. Be open to things, but try and learn as much as you can before you get here. Oh, and if you're going through express entry, don't frighten of the provincial nominations, right? Come go one of the colder places, probably go out.
Because you can move.
Because you can move afterwards.
You can move. No matter what talent you can move.
You can.
It's one of your constitutional rights. Oh. No, you can just move.
Oh, okay.
One of your they can't do anything.
Oh, okay.
As a citizen of Canada or a resident, you are to live anywhere and do whatever you want to do.
Well, but and even if you have to stay in the province, though, right? A lot of people do that. They stay and then they come back.
People leave and go look work, and sometimes them come back. Yeah, because they can't make you stay there if you don't have no work. If you don't get the work, they can't make you stay there. Right? And they can't make you stay there if you can't afford to live there. If you have medical problems and you can't stay in the cold, they can't. That's a wrap.
Thank you for having me.
All right. I hope you enjoyed this program. I'm going to say thank you to my girl Lori. I really enjoyed the conversation. Honestly, I never noticed that Lori could have talked like so much. And honestly, appreciate it. And I hope you enjoyed the conversation. Let us know how you feel about this conversation. Subscribe to my channel, Let's Talk with Karen, and share it with a friend. Like this conversation, and let us hear about your culture shock with your professional journey in Canada. And that's it for now. I want to say bye-bye. Thank you.